Welcome back to the colony. My name is Pravculear, and the march of civilization continues ever onwards for this colony of ours here in Rimworld, despite the day's best attempts at, well, ending our run. Yeah, we needed to start beefing up security, and also be aware that we have a pyromaniac in the colony that blew up most of the resources that we collected over the last, I want to say more than a year. Yeah, that was a surprise that you can actually do that with those doomsday rocket launchers. Anyways, we need to recover from that. And make sure it doesn't happen again, so we should probably just store those doomsday rocket launchers somewhere else. I think that's what I'm going to be doing this video. Smarty has decided to go off on a food binge. The final straw was night all in daytime. There's literally nothing I can do for you on that one, Smarty. Sebevon has gone off on a sad wonder. The final straw was genetic pessimism. Literally nothing I can do for you on that one, Sebevon. And that's a 3% bonus to the general labor speed, so, run that one again, please. Looks like we have a new batch of visitors from the, Canvas, nation. And a legendary word for a steel dining chair of all things. And, masswork. Also for a, granite table. Well, didn't realize there were still some traps left over from a raid. And Dove hit that trap when I sent him to, dismantle it. Okay, just claim it. Day 407, we currently have a mechanoid cluster. 5 med birthers. 4 med capsules. 5 auto inferno cannon turrets. 1 auto charge turret, and 8 mini slutter turrets. This is an issue for the artillery to sort out, so let's just get it sorted out with some artillery barrage. Alright, so now we have 9 mortars, so managed to get 9 on the first try. Alright, now they're all here. I can pass out the mortar orders. Alright, so that takes care of that. Set force target. Target that smoke spear. And now, open fire. Yeah, that did some damage. Not as much as I'd like. And Colbust has been shot to death. Who's Colbust? Who? Oh, a visitor. Whoops. Oh well. That takes care of the smoke spear. Time to go clean up the turrets. Like so. Anyways, just start bombarding the mechanoids as a general pattern. And there goes all the shells. Right, you sits are going to go out and clear out the turrets manually ourselves, because I think we did all we could to soften them up before sending you in. Oh no, yeah, I guess that's what happens when you walk to a auto inferno cannon turret range. I don't know why words are hard for me right now, but they are. Must have to do something with the allergies in the air. And by that I mean the pollen. Anyways, that takes care of that mechanoid cluster. We have a straw 69 from that batch of guests, and a gift. Delight's hammer. And that's a 3% bonus to the meat amount that we get from animals, so that's right. Do that one again. Sebevon is off on a food bench. The final straw was of the environment. Looks like we have some visitors. They're afraid to enter the territory for the following reasons. Imperials, you know what, sure. And we got a story 71 and a gift. Rapticon leather top hat, good quality. And now we are dealing with malaria. Even Mammoth, Natty, Tit, Smarty, and Tuveth all have malaria. Oh well, we've got the other world for it, so it'll just be free medical XP for our doctors. And that's a 3% bonus to the global learning factor, so run that one again, please. And we got a score of 25 out of that batch of guests. Looks like there are some mad boomalopes around, so lock the doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist, because functionally speaking, it doesn't. Not for right now anyways. Well, if you had any plans for using any electronics today, forget it! There's a solar flare going on. Looks like Nana and Damon are providing the colony doctors with free medical XP. How nice of them. Well, looks like the colony has a plane now. Eva, Duodel, Smarty, Nana, and Damon all have the plane. Oh well, we brought the Glitterworld medicine for that. And we also have a score of 38 out of that batch of tests. And a gift. And by gift, I mean nothing. And now time with Tizana Food Bench. The final straw was genetic pessimism. Well, Vios and Rolvin are now lovers, so that's nice for them. And that's a 3% bonus to the injury healing factor. Run that one again. We have a score of 59 out of that batch of tests. And a gift. 133 silver. Right, so we have a score of 76 from that batch of tests. And a gift. 24 whole uranium. Okay. Looks like we have an elemental assault to worry about. Oh, coming out of this portal. Alright, you lot don't report for the mortar orders, and because we're gonna just take care of it this way. At least I think that's what's gonna happen. Not on one, of course. Alright, hold fire for right now, and then just pass them out. Just to make sure everybody has their mortar orders. And it's just gonna let something a bit like this. And set force started on that portal. And just start bombing it. So we're at 29%. Yeah, I guess this is one of the downsides of the strategy. Well, they got a boom up calf. Oh well, it is what it is. I've got plenty more where that came from. Anyways, that's the portal closed, so back to whatever you were doing in your civilian lives before you were called to act as militia. Oh yeah, there's one left. One final lesser fire elemental, and now it's dead. How tragic. And that's another 3% to the general labor speed, so run that one again, please. Looks like Eva and Rovin are providing free medical experience for the doctors. How lovely of them. Okay, they're in a bit of a social spat. Well, that just isn't my fault. I don't even know what happened. I guess the travelers had a bit of a social spat themselves, so... Actually, just send to Takuma here. And make sure he can go home safe. Well, she can go home safely. And apparently they count as hostiles now. Right. Well, the plate's back. Dove, Tuveth, Thela, and Sevuvan all had the plane. And we have a score of 93, and a gift. Dovstrand, Broadrat, normal quality, Wooden War Mask, good quality. And of course we're now allied with, Endane. Tuveth is off on a food bench. The final straw was ravenously hungry. Well, I guess we have a raid to deal with. Or, well, dead. I think they just, kinda got intercepted by the anti-aircraft guns that we have. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, that's a store of 80, and a gift. 48 Knothorns. Okay. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the carrying capacity of our, Conus. Run that one again. And we have a score of 55 out of that batch of deaths. That's another 3% bonus to the injury healing factor. Run that one again. And we have a score of 100 from that batch of deaths, and a gift. 284 silver. Well, we have a new batch of visitors that want to come and stay in the colony. The problem is, temperature. You're not sure. Tuveth is going off on a food bench. The final straw was ugly environment. And that's a 3% bonus to the carrying capacity of our colonists. Run that one again. Looks like we brought an infestation to deal with. Hopefully the turrets can deal with as much of it as possible. Oh, I wish you were up and running since you had that Gatling laser. Nope. One of those domes got a Gatling laser. Well, Gatling gun. Not you. You did. And of course we brought a whole bunch of turrets to help. Oh, Covet. You're just gonna get messed up pretty bad. Nice job, you, on the timing for the infestation to happen. Actually, go rescue Covet. Give him something else to shoot. Or rather, something else to hit. Other than Covet. Alright, time for you to move out of the way. Firing line. Well, these dummies are a good idea. Mostly just to prevent the... Well, our panda is downed. That's not good. Go rescue the panda now. As for you, go rescue Covet. Death in 12 hours. Yikes. That's not good. Yeah, this is one area where the mortar strategy just would not work. At all. And now I have to go save the turret. Right, there goes Boom Up 7. Oh well. It is what it is. Alright, so that many spiders down now. Right, so everybody can go home. Okay, Tit, go work on Covet. The rest of the golems. I'm gonna be placed on cleanup duty for the hive. Like so. Because they're pretty good at that. And that takes care of the hive. And yep, Covet is gonna be fine. So that's great for her. As is our panda. She's missing a right ear though, so yeah, that's something. And missed one. Oh well. That's dealt with. Ooh, hey, Divine Tome, Paladin. Yoink. And I think that's all that I have the money for. And that's if I saw all the gold. Oh well, it's worth it. Where did my butts go? Oh, it's all the way out there. Somebody go grab that butt before it rots. Well, it looks like we have a debt from the Illuminati. 246 silver. Looks like we brought a bit of a Metronoid cluster to deal with. Oh my, that's a... Well, I was gonna say big, but, that's something that we can't handle with the, mortar barrages. Lock the doors and temporarily pretend that the outside world does not exist. Right now. Right, the golems are already dealt with. So, let's see now. Right, you lot, go report to the mortars for your orders. And then we're just going to do some long-range artillery bombardment and just take care of the Metronoid cluster that way. Just so I don't have to deal with losing any of my colonists. And it's just going to look a bit something like this. if I can actually pass them out correctly. Hold fire. Set first target, and take out the Met Birthers. And now the artillery has it. And now the Metronoids are going straight for the traps. Alright. So far, it seems to be going swimmingly. As expected. Well, there goes that one. Okay, so that's most of it. You lot, you're going out there to take out the Metronoid, just go the other way. And not interfere with that one. Yeah, this is just what we're going to be doing now. Alright, there's one last turret left. Gather up outside of its range. And then we're just going to deal with it ourselves. Because I don't think that turret is worth the artillery shells. And it's just going to be something a bit like this. Just please don't shoot at each other. Alright, so that takes care of that. And now just line up in front of that, Met Birther. And then attack. And that takes care of that. Sevivon is off on a date. The final straw was Hi Sergeant Joan. There's literally nothing I can do for you, Sevivon. Also, I'm pretty sure the Metronoids blew up my moisture pump over here. And that's a score of -11. And it ifed. Ground grenades. Powers is off on a insulting spree. The final straw was Hi Sergeant Joan. Again, nothing I can do for you there, Powers. Well, looks like the fallen Imperium wants to pay us a visit. They're afraid to enter my territory for the following reasons. Citizens, assure safety. And yeah, I guess Sevivon and Powers decided to provide the colony doctors with free medical inspe. Those turn for the insulting spree want to bet it's because of the High Sergeant Joan? Nope. Decent barracks. That was the final straw. Alright, Dove, I guess you can have your own room now. And that's a 3% bonus to the global word speed, so run that one again, please. So we have a score of 28 from that batch of visitors, and it ifed. Bearskin pants, normal quantity. Alright. And you know what, let's just move the marriage spot outside the base. To the beach. I spy with my little eye a tet prank for the cataphract armor. Yoink! Alright, so who does to apply the tet print? I think that's Derby's job. And apply tet print. Now we just need one more tet print for the to start researching the cataphract armor. Well, looks like we brought some mad elephants to deal with. So, you know what that means? Lock the doors in, pretend the outside world doesn't exist, and just let the Hallway of Traps deal with this issue for us. Oh, look at that, the elephants, just ended up in the Hallway of Traps. What do you know? Alright, finish it off. Because they are also called lunch. And that's a 3% bonus to the immunity gain speed. From the endless progress spot. Run that one again, please. Well, looks like we brought hostiles inbound. All hands on deck. Report to there, Beyonce and Coveth. You grab some weapons from over here. Because you're gonna need them. Don't you, Coveth? Let's move you and Beyonce to the end of the list. Davos, Dela. You can also be moved to the end of the list since, you don't, have a ranged weapon. So let's just fix that. Let's see now. Alright, so you can have 3, heavy SMGs for everybody. And then you can have another, heavy SMG. Just be dual wielding them all. Yeah, I brought some, mini guns out on the ready. Alright, so they're gonna be coming in over here. Might as well just go say hi. And just spread ourselves out in a line. Just so we don't, hit ourselves. Okay, so they're through. And they're already shooting the turrets. Oh well, at least the turrets are dealing with the Minotaurs. Maybe that's a G squad. Don't report over there to deal with the termite. Alright, so it's dead. Okay, elephant. You know, hide in the, pen over here. Also, don't stand in a neat line, because that's how you get shot. Or end up shooting each other. All golems, report in. Oh dear, looks like the Metrodome is gonna get killed by our own troops. Yeah. How about the centipede blasters over the head with their hammers? Actually killed the scythers. You know, this is actually going pretty well for us. For once. You just sneak around the back and deal with them that way. Same thing for you too. Yep, they noticed. To be fair, I'd also notice if I was getting hit in the back. So they're just stuck like this. Alright, Robin, how are you doing? Not bad, I see. Anyways, that takes care of that. With minimal casualties on our side. That's right. Somebody fell in that wall before the animals escape. Cool now. That's your job. And that's a 3% bonus to the immunity gain speed. Run that one again, please. And that's another 3% bonus to the carrying capacity. Run that one again, please. Well, looks like the Boom suffered a heart attack. Oh well, it's free medical XP for our colony doctors. We have a score of 100 out of that batch of guests, and a gift. 496 silver. Well, here's hoping I solve the torrential rain issue with the whole puddles flooding. Well, that's a 3% bonus to the mining speed for my colonists. Do that one again, please. And yeah, I seem to have fixed the issue with the flooding the puddles in the base, so that's a long-run concern. Looks like we got some metanoid clusters to deal with, and by some metanoid clusters, I really just mean one. Well, you know what that means. Lock the doors, pretend the outside world doesn't exist. For most of them. As for 9 of you, well, guess what? You get to man the mortars and deal with this metanoids. Hold fire, set for its target. And you're gonna be targeting that Met right there. Right, now that everybody has their mortar orders, ready? Open fire. Yeah, that, woke them up. Well, let's hope I have enough, traps. No, I need to, clear some area for Area 1. Cause, oh boy, that metric golem is gonna be, making the hauling of traps less effective. In fact, all metric golems, going part to the front lines. Well, these lot, deal with the metanoid problem. Oh well, at least if they show up, they're gonna be heavily injured. You three, you don't have any weapons. So I guess it's just gonna be you two. Go after the centipede burner. And hopefully cause some friendly fire damage. If that's even a thing for enemy metanoids. Alright, so that takes care of that turret. All mortars, open fire on that auto mortar, please. You sneak around the back and deal with the centipede gunner. Okay, so we're officially taking counter that artillery. Actually, screw it. We're going in hot. You go deal with the Metroid gunner. Just to play distraction for the team. That's gonna be dealing with the turrets. Oh no, I forgot to tell the elephant to stay home. Well, there goes that turret. Oh, Robin, go home. Alright, so that takes care of that, and that takes care of that Metroid cluster. Surprisingly, no deaths yet. And there's still one Metroid left. So I'm afraid you two. No, what are you doing, YouTuber? I want you to, well, never mind. Alright, Robin, let's see what your damages are. Death in 8 hours. Gunshot to the torso from a mini slugger and a light charge blaster. A burn to the right shoulder. And the right arm has a gunshot from the light charge blaster. Kirby is off on a sad wonder. The final straw was supreme expectations. Well, looks like we're dealing with the raid from the Toxin unit, and it's one of those unfun raids that come right after a big raid. Well, anyways, all units prepare for combat. We got hostiles inbound. And hopefully the anti-aircraft guns take care of a few of them. Alright, Dayla, you need to go over and deal with this one. Along with you, Tit. Alright, so they all landed outside of my... Well, most of them landed outside of my walls. Let's see. Now, Maverick, go ahead over there to, where Moth is. And never mind, the turrets are gonna be dealing with that one shortly. And this is why he's scattered turrets around the base. So they can deal with pesky raiders like this one. As Moth is finding out the hard way. Alright, so this is gonna be a problem area, since, this basically has 0 security. After last raid. So, yeah. And now they're fleeing. So I guess, never mind. Alright, please don't shoot Maverick in the back. Because that's just, friendly fire. Anyways, that takes care of that. Linka. Traits bloodlust and capable of carrying in animals, hippity hoppity. Just go down, Linka. It's gonna be far less embarrassing for you to just end up, in a prison cell. Well, that wasn't, what I wanted. Sidetrack dependency, Read, defector. Underground and pretty nudist and capable of artistic and psychic dependency. Well, I think everybody should go to the hospital that's wounded. Especially you, Maverick, because what the heck happened to you? Oh, right, that was the friendly fire incidents. Well, looks like the animals are providing the colony doctors with free medical XP. Okay, some of them had the plague. Elephant 1. That's who has the plague. It's literally just the elephant. Oh, Harpedo, you silly goose. Well, that ended is about as well as you could expect for the Harpedo. Anyways, it's lunch now. We have a score of 100 out of that batch, guys, and a gift. 492 silver. And that's a 3% bonus to the eating speed of our colonists. Run that one again, please. Well, that solidarity fair was fun. In fact, it was so fun, I wonder wants to join. Peppy. Well, we had a pretty fun advent creation. In fact, it was so fun, I wonder wants to join. Via's best at mining, still level 10, and is Kevin's brother. Welcome aboard, Via's. Oh boy, Okay, who's the closest colonist? Kit. You're going out to deal with that, mad tortoise, Vias. Right, you're coming in from the wrong angle for that one, Smarty. Right, it's already dead. Never mind. You can go home, Smarty. I said Kit. Anyways, that takes care of that. Yes, let's get you set up for success in this colony. So it's just gonna look something a bit like this. Ooh, hey, social's, still level 7, not bad. I think you can just go into the quarry for right now. Well, looks like we've got a new batch of visitors, and I guess, Lee's grandson, who is also, Maverick's nephew, is paying us a visit. And that's another 3% bonus to the melee dodge chance for our colonists, so run that one again, please. I think I've hit a good stopping point for this video, so like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video and its playlist. All of our social media if you want to help out the channel and the algorithm for free. And if you want to support the channel financially, there's a link to my Ko-Fi in the description below, where you can do exactly that for as little as $1 a month. Along with some other links to do that. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. Bye!